let's try this again. We had a little bit of technical difficulties with our first attempt at this live. I think I was sideways, my husband said. So today we are going to be cooking a delicious dish that one of my good friends here in Sitka, Carrie O'Toole, introduced me to way back in, I believe, 2006. And this is Mindy with Catch Sitka Seafoods. Thank you for joining us, those of you who have just come along. We're going to be cooking soy marinated honey wasabi coho salmon today. It's baked in the oven. It takes literally maybe less than 5 minutes to throw it together, get it in a pan and dress it and throw it in the oven. So dinner's on the table in definitely under 20 minutes. Sam's got the computer out. He's hearing me talking. Sorry.
That's good.
We have a little bit of, technical difficulties here. I went ahead and made one that's going to be ready to pull out of the oven, but we're going to take you through the process here. Basically, we're going to take our beautiful coho salmon fillets. Coho salmon, it has a deep red flesh and it's got a really nice texture and flavor. Not as fatty as our king or our Kita salmon. So it's right there in the middle. It's really great for anybody who likes a mild salmon flavor. What we do for this recipe is we take 2 Catch Sitka Seafoods coho salmon fillets and we marinate them. We actually use cocoa aminos, if you guys can see that, to marinate our salmon in overnight in the refrigerator, but you can also use soy sauce. We don't do soy in our family though, so we use the cocoa aminos. So this is our coho salmon fillets, and I had them just in a bag, marinating in the refrigerator overnight. You can see the beautiful bright red color. I'm just going to take them out one at a time here and put into my baking dish. My oven, you'd heat your oven to 450 degrees. I know that sounds like a scary temperature, really hot, but it's actually perfect for salmon, for seafood especially. We don't cook it very long at that temperature either. We cook it for about 12 to 15 minutes for the coho fillets because they're generally about 1 inch thick. You can kind of see them there. If you were going to use king for this recipe, your cooking temperature time might go up a bit, possibly into the 20-minute range. Don't be afraid. What you want to look for when you're testing for doneness on your salmon is you want to be able to take a fork and kind of pull gently, and if the fish flakes easily, it's done, it's ready to come out. You don't want it to be so done that it's all the way to that really light pink that you've seen a lot of salmon being. That's kind of overdone. You want it to look a little bit translucent, but not quite, in the center. So it'll be pink on the outside, and then as you pull it apart, you'll see a little bit more of this redness remaining. Also, when you take it out of the oven, it's going to have carryover cooking because it's going to be really, warm to start. So we always say, if you think it's done, take it out. Don't put it in for any longer time. And if you have a temperature gauge that you can stick in your fish, they recommend 140 degrees is safe temperature to eat. All the Catch Sitka Seafoods, salmon, halibut, lingcod, black cod, rockfish, they're all sushi grade because we freeze everything to such a low temperature. It kills absolutely anything that would be in your fish. So it's all safe to eat and consumable at below that temperature. We like to pull ours out around 130 degrees because we don't like overcooked fish in our house. So I'm really excited because this live we are using honey from Hollow Tree Honey. It's a company in Utah. One of my friends was actually a part of it for a bit of time. And we love them because they specialize in honey that is unprocessed. It's never been heated. It's filtered, but that's about it. And they're also very into bee conservation. So if you go to their website, they have a really cool bee nesting box that you can buy so you can put on your property or around your house and provide a home for your natural bees that are in the area. Okay, so this coho salmon, marinated in soy or coconut aminos in the refrigerator overnight. We say to marinate overnight because our fish, because it's frozen in our blast freezer so quickly to, is it negative 30?
Negative 30.
Negative 30 degrees. The flesh retains a lot of density. A lot of fish that you buy in the supermarket has been frozen and unfrozen and frozen and unfrozen and maybe slowly frozen so that ice crystals get the chance to form in the flesh, and it makes that flesh just disintegrate or degrade or be very fragile. Our fish is frozen extremely fast. It's about an hour old biologically by the time you get it, so the flesh is still incredibly dense. So anytime you marinate it, you definitely want to marinate it for longer than your recipe calls for. If a recipe says marinate for 30 minutes in the fridge, you want to do it for about half the day. I always recommend marinating overnight for the best flavor possible. Okay, so I've got my fillets and I have my wasabi paste. So this wasabi paste I just buy in a can, like the powdered wasabi. I think you can also buy a squeezable version in the grocery store now. They've got all kinds of things. I'm only gonna add it to one fillet because our kids are gonna be eating the other fillet. And despite us trying, they're just not quite wasabi fans yet.
Not yet, no.
I'm gonna dump all the wasabi that I have here. And I think I said to use 2 tablespoons. To be honest, I never measure, so that was a guess. I just go with what looks good. We like a nice layer on there.
Yeah, it's usually like seasoning a steak. You wanna, because it's only gonna be on the crust, and we like it a little more on the top, so that every bite you get some of that wasabi in there and honey.
Yeah,
it's delicious.
Yeah, I can't thank Carrie enough for this combination. I wouldn't have come up with it myself, and she made it for me one time, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is flippin' incredible. So this is my honey. I like to use, Hollow Tree has a Greater Park City variety that is a little bit more of a savory honey.
Yes.
And so I'm going to just drizzle it on top, and it depends on how sweet your tooth is, how much honey you use. We don't do a lot of sweet at our house, so I just put a small amount on here. I mean, you could slather it if you want, I suppose. I like to drizzle it back and forth, give it a little bit of a decoration here. I'm gonna give the kids a little on their fillet here. And then I will lift it up so you guys can see it better. Oh, my wasabi, or my soy's
Oh, it's gonna be
running.
so good.
There it is. Okay, so 450 degrees in the oven. These are coho fillets, so I'm only gonna cook them for 10 minutes. 10 to 12 minutes. Like I said, we like to do carryover cooking. We're a little bit, like our salmon, a little bit more on the rare side in our family. I did already cook one, so TV magic, we're gonna have it happen out here.
These last are really fun because we always have dinner ready, and it's always delicious.
Yes. Dinner is ready. So here's the one out of the oven. You can see where the marinade kind of ran out of the salmon and how the wasabi darkened. I think the wasabi you buy in the tube has that really bright green color. It's a prettier color than the natural wasabi. There you go. So let me get, this is a hot pan. All right, I have a plate here ready with some rice and broccoli. We like to serve it with the rice and broccoli here. I'm the queen of burning myself, so if I do, don't worry if I scream. It's just me burning myself. Okay, there we go.
Beautiful.
Better get this away from me before I burn myself there. So you can see, there it is on the plate. We're almost done. We have a finishing touch just to make it beautiful and delicious. I like to use Gomasio. Gomasio is a sesame seed and salt blend, and I chose the black sesame seeds today just to give it a little contrast to make it beautiful here. But
they also taste really good.
Yeah, and they taste delicious too. And I'm excited to share with you guys, if you go on our site today and you purchase a box or subscribe to a box, we actually have a brand new loyalty program that we just launched. And just to sign up, you get 500 bonus points when you subscribe to one of our boxes. You get a 250 bonus to create your account, and 1 point equals $1. Once you reach 500 points, you get $10 off anything you'd like from our shop. You get 250 bonus points on your birthday. Plus, you get 250 bonus points for each friend you refer to us that makes a purchase. They also get $15 off their first box. So it's pretty cool. My friend just subscribed to a box. She created her account. She referred one friend, and now she's already at 1,100 points. So that's $20 off, like right off the bat. Pretty cool. We also did a revamp of our subscription kind of journey for our customers. You get a much better user experience now on our site, and when you subscribe to our boxes, you can actually now switch from one box to another box. You can pause your subscription at any time. You can change your delivery date, and we're working hard on getting add-ons like smoked salmon and those other delicious things that we offer, and some different frozen add-on teasers available for that as well. So we're really excited about that. We hope that you go to our site and at least sign up for the loyalty program and our newsletter. We deliver delicious recipes to your inbox at least once a month, if not more. I hope that you guys try this. It's really delicious. I know you're like, wasabi salmon? It's fantastic.
It's amazing.
Try it tonight. You won't regret it. I think that was a short and sweet one, but we're done.
All right,
Thank you for joining us, everybody, and have a great evening.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks again. This is Mindy from Catch Sitka Seafoods.